How many deer did we see? 100. Well, folks, Saturday afternoon, and up here at my dad's place in Pennsylvania, and I've got a couple hours here. It's 2 o'clock. I guess I got about 3 hours by the time I get out here to do some archery hunting. So I spent some time today. Got up here early. Spent some time today helping get some things done around here at the place, and now it's time to go enjoy some of this stuff out here. So I'm going to head in the back field. We've got beans in the field. They haven't been harvested yet. So you can see back here a bunch of beans, but I'm heading that way, back behind the house to a spot that I've seen deer in before, and they're always out there in the evenings feeding. It's kind of tucked away. You can't see it from the house, and you can't see it from anything around here, so they're kind of hidden out of the way. And deer are usually back there, so I'm hoping tonight will be another one of those types of nights where they come out to feed in the evening, and I can get a shot on something. So I'm going to try and get on a tree right along the edge of the field. That's ideally what I would like to do, but this wind, I'm not sure, the wind's coming from the woods into the field. That might be good. I don't know. I just don't think there's a spot that I can really set up in the field area on the ground. Maybe I'll have to go take a look. I haven't looked there. I've been about a month since I've been up here, maybe a little longer. So at any rate, I'm going to grab my stuff and get down here and see what I can find. Hopefully we can get set up in a good spot and get an opportunity tonight. So my buddy Brian, he never hunted in his life, and then started doing some hunting with Chris and I when we were all stationed together at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Got him into duck hunting. We went and did some turkey hunting, did some deer hunting. Never got anything other than ducks. And he's out in the Marine Corps now in Idaho with his family, and he went out yesterday and got his first deer. He got a whitetail doe, so super happy for him, and being able to get his first deer and be able to put that meat in his freezer, and he was able to share the experience with his son, which is awesome. And they're going back out tonight, and they're going to try and get one for his son. His son's 12. In fact, his son and my daughter were born the same day, same hospital, rooms next to each other. He and I were in the hospital, hanging out in the hallway as our wives were, in their rooms and waiting to have our kids, my daughter and his son. So they're like family. So it's always good to see that they are family. And they aren't like family; they are family. So it's always good to see that, things like that happen for them, So hopefully Peyton can get out there tonight, his son, and get his first deer. So that'd be pretty cool opportunity for a weekend for those guys. So super happy for them, and so great to see them out there, because someone who's was able to get interested in it as an adult hunter, and get out there and make it happen. So I wish him the best of luck, and hopefully he can keep filling up that freezer. So, time for me to go fill mine. All right, folks, all set up. So I'm right on the edge of this field, in the back corner of my dad's property. A spot that I really like. I've shot a couple deer back here. What I've got is this is kind of like a tucked away corner of the bean field. It's been harvested. There's some grass growing in it right now, but it borders up some old pasture land that my dad has. He doesn't have any animals anymore. There's some pasture land there. It goes across the whole backside of my dad's property here, at least on this half of the property. And then where I'm at is on the edge of this tree line on the edge of the field, and there's some private property, friends of ours, that borders up to this where I'm at here. I'm on this thin strip of my dad's property, and then there's some private neighbors of ours, friends of my dad's. And on the backside there's like power company land. And then down this way, behind my dad's property, it goes all the way down this big giant bluff to the river, the Susquehanna River. And there's houses at the bottom, but there's nothing along this big bluff. And this thing runs from, it's huge. It runs from, over here to the north, all the way down south here. Because backside my dad's property runs north and south. And the deer I know they bed back in here on this private and then the power company land. And they also bed down on these slopes back here. If you go, these bluffs go down and there's like little ridge lines and these little things that, these little terrain features, and then it drops down pretty steep. But yeah, there's all kinds of spots where the deer can get in back in there, and they run back north and south along this field here too. Because if you go south along my dad's property, it bumps up the neighbor's property, which is another big chunk of property, and then there's even more property over there behind that. It's just a lot of ag, a lot of farm country. And then on the other side of my dad, so to the west side here, there's like 400 some acres of state game lands on the other side of my dad's place. So that place gets a lot of pressure during gun season. But yeah, so the deer kind of come in back in here. There's trails that run back in here. It's pretty thick from years past. It's getting pretty overgrown in here. Kind of need to come in here and thin some of the stuff out. I may have to get with the neighbors and see if they're good with me coming in and doing some clearing some stuff out. They probably are, because they like to hunt back here too, and they like to keep the property upkept. So I'm sure they'd be all about me coming in here and volunteering to do some free work for them on the property here. And I need to do some work on some of these trees. Along my dad's, there's a lot of good trees along here. So if I want to come in here rifle season with a climber or my hang on, I was going to put my hang on up, but I can't get to half these trees along here. So what I did is I ended up, the farmer pushes up a lot of the farmer that rents my dad's property pushes up a lot of stuff on the edge. So you end up with these debris piles. So you can kind of see here, I got this debris pile here. And I got all this, and so I got that all right in front of me. And then I got a little shooting hole right here. And I've got a perfect lane here. So if they come out here, which is typically where they do, they come out here in front of me. And there's a corner, and there's a big, heavy trail there, and there's a couple other trails down here too. And they run this side along here too. So if anything pops out here or runs this edge, I'll be in a pretty good position to be able to get a good shot. I've got, so right where that big heavy trail comes out of the corner, comes out, and I've got a nice 30-yard shot right there. So, and I've got plenty of cover behind me here, as you can see. So I should be able to stay low here, have them pop out, and I can just get up. And I've got perfect little setup here, so as long as I can keep my movement down and they're not spooked. And I got the wind is going out. It's going that way, away from where I wanted to go from, so it's perfect. So it's coming across from the woods here and heading up. Hopefully it stays that way. Even if it bumps down a little bit, it'll bump this way. It would put it in my face, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I got 3 o'clock, so I got 2 hours. 2 hours of shooting light left. Hopefully we start seeing some activity. 40 yards, and she went like 20 yards. Just, there are deer everywhere. I don't even want to move. Well, those geese spooked them, and they came back out, and I had her at 42 yards. They had no idea I had perfect wind. They had no idea I was here. And now I've got a doe laying in the field. Just, doe down. Dude, I can't even tell you how excited I am right now. My first bow kill. That's my first bow deer. And 40 yards on a second try, because I missed the first one. And this is a nice doe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so stoked about this. Thank you. Beautiful doe. Beautiful. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, here I am, Pennsylvania, Saturday night. There's geese flying, and I got a doe down. First deer of the year is on the ground. I finally got that monkey off my back with my bow, and I have the first deer, anything I've ever shot with my bow. Shot at 40 yards with 10 minutes of light to spare, and she ran 20 yards. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to get her gutted out here in the field, and then throw her in the tractor and get her up to the house so that I can start processing this thing here later tonight after dinner. Get the big chunks done so I can get it in the cooler. Because I don't think I'm going to have time to get a whole quality butchering done. I just need to get the big cuts. Well, folks, that was a long few hours here. It's 9:30, so almost 4 hours. Well, part of that was dinner, but I got her field dressed out there in the field, and I was right back behind the house, so you can't see the house from back where I was, but not far. So I just gutted her right there in the field, and then came up the house and ate dinner with the family, and then I got the truck and drove down there, and I already had the cooler in the truck, so I just quartered her, got the back straps, and as much of the neck meat and the rib meat and all that stuff that I could. She's pretty fatty, but some good meat. She was a nice mature doe. She was all grayed out. But she was definitely a nice mature doe, and super thankful for this opportunity tonight. Super thankful to be have some good meat now. I got the heart, and got the back straps. I got the neck meat, and I got the brisket, and some of the skirt, and some other scrap meat that I was able to get off of her, and I just get it all right out there in the field. I gotta get going in the morning, so didn't want to mess with it, so I just did it right there in the field. Quartered her, skinned her, quartered her, got the back straps, got the neck meat, and some of the other scrap meat as much as I could. And because I like to make sure I use every piece of the meat that I can, so I got it as much as I could off of her and cleaned her up good, and got her on ice in the cooler. And I'll get her back home tomorrow to my house. Can't cross state lines with spine and head because of CWD concerns. So all I have is the leg bones. Everything else is down in the woods. So yeah, I'm just so grateful. This is my ninth hunt this year, and I've been frustrated because I haven't had a whole lot of opportunities. So I was hoping to come up here and be able to get out and see something. I had all those deer come out, so really curious to see how the video comes out, because I was trying to get some good video of those deer running around there. That little buck was chasing those does, and it's pretty good. I had a really good setup there. I was very well hidden. I had a great wind. They had no idea I was there. Just you never know what's going to happen, and you never know like the opportunities you're going to get. And I was able to take advantage of the opportunity tonight, and I'll be back up here again soon. Rifle season in Virginia opens next weekend, but I still got the weekend after Thanksgiving's when rifle opens here, so still got some archery hunting I can do here. So I think I'm gonna come up here next weekend. My wife and daughter are gonna be out of town, and then Pennsylvania has 3 Sundays that they allow for Sunday hunting, and it's a new thing this year. Well, next Sunday is the one of the 3 that they'll allow Sunday hunting, so I'm gonna go. That's why I was thinking I'd come up here next weekend and just see if I can get another one. I don't think I said it, but as soon as I started walking up the hill, after I checked her out, and I was coming up the hill to let everybody know, well, I got a deer, and bring the crew down to see the deer. I looked over, and there was a buck. My dad said he's seen a nice buck, and there he was. It was after legal shooting light, so I couldn't see real well, and but I could see enough that he was a nice bodied deer, and he had antlers past his ears and up high. So he was a nice looking buck, real nice looking buck. But he didn't come out till right after the light there. So yeah, and of course, that could have been part of, he may come out sooner if I hadn't shot that doe, but he wouldn't have been in range. I couldn't have shot him from where he was to where I was sitting. So yeah, there was a bunch of deer running around. But at any rate, I'm going to get in here, take a shower, and change my clothes, and sit down and relax, and just be thankful. So thankful. But and then my first archery, deer. I've never shot anything. I've missed you saw it happen in Kansas. If you've been watching, if you haven't, go back and watch our Kansas series from last year. It was painful. And I missed that bear this year, and I missed a deer tonight before I shot that deer. But and the arrow setup with that, I must have hit it harder. I hit her high. She must have really ducked, because it was a 42-yard shot. Almost didn't take the shot, but I was pretty comfortable with that distance. Only thing I was worried about was jumping the string, and I'm gonna have to watch the video. I think she did, because I held 40 yards center mass, and I hit her high. So she must have really ducked, or I just didn't take the best 40-yard shot in the world, because I hit her high, and it didn't look like it went through her spine. I must have hit an artery, because when I opened her up, it was just pouring blood out of her. She dumped blood because she only went 20 yards. But that even hitting her high like that, going through ribs, because it went through ribs, with that grizzly stick, that 200 grain grizzly, or the single bevel head, and the 240 spine, grain spine. I spined arrow, yeah, right through her, and it was just like a thwack. Yeah, right through her, straight pass through. But at least I didn't have to track her. But yep, hit that like button, leave a comment, and please hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let everybody come check us out. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content, and hopefully this is the first of many adventures like this one tonight, getting some more meat for the freezer. And appreciate you guys following along. So thanks again.